One of the largest tunnels is being built, and it will solve Europe's largest problems that have haunted engineers for decades. This $7.5 billion engineering wonder is going to revolutionize travel across an entire continent. But wait, because this is more of a crazy wonder than it sounds. But where is it happening? What problems will it solve? And lastly, how is this mega tunnel going to transform travel between two continents in general? Join us on this journey as we uncover the Fehmarnbelt Tunnel being built on Germany's quietest island. The Scandinavian Mediterranean freight corridor is home to one of the largest freight volumes you will ever see. The corridor runs between Norway and Sweden in the north and reaches Italy in the south. However, this unique corridor passes through Denmark, Germany, and Austria, where there's a huge problem. The total length of this corridor is around 5,000 kilometers and has a large freight volume in general. As this corridor moves through, it masses the Alpine mountains and crosses the sea. But if you go north from here, something very strange happens. Instead of going straight to Sweden, bypassing the sea, you now have to travel an additional 500 kilometers through Denmark, which is just so unproductive. Moreover, this issue is because of a water stretch between Germany and Finland called the Fehmarn Belt, and that's where our unique project for today comes in. But let us get this straight. There's already a bridge between Denmark and Sweden, and there's another cool bridge between the two Danish islands. But why exactly is it not the case with Germany and Finland? You see, back in 1963, this German island was connected to the mainland through the Fehmarn Sound Bridge, and since then, the connection to the Danish Island of Lolland has been provided regularly by a regular ferry service. At first, the engineers started this talk about constructing a bridge, and in the late 1990s, there was research done about the potential plan of building a 4-lane motorway and even 2 electric rail tracks. However, in the late 2010s, the Danish project planners found a better solution for this stretch, which would be an immersed tunnel that would cost them similar but would cause less construction risks. But this begs the question, why were bridges not so secure if other countries have been using them for years? You see, this bridge would be around 20 kilometers long, containing 3 cable-stayed spans. Moreover, the 4 pillars would be around 280 meters tall, with around 65 meters above sea level for good bridge support. And while this project was originally proposed as a tunnel, Fehmarn AS, a Danish state-owned company, found out that a tunnel was just a better option due to fewer construction risks. And that's where we got introduced to the Fehmarnbelt Tunnel, whose construction, criticism, and competition date, all of which will be covered in this video. Fehmarnbelt Tunnel is Denmark's largest infrastructure project and the world's longest immersed tunnel. It is a project that is under construction, and once completed, it will connect the Danish island of Lolland with the German island of Fehmarn. But how will this happen? Well, for starters, this link will cross the 18-kilometer wide Fehmarn Belt in the Baltic Sea, giving Europe its much-needed connection, saving the extra 500 kilometers of travel from Sweden. Firstly, it will provide a direct link between northern Germany and Lolland, and from there to the Danish island of New Zealand, Copenhagen. This makes the Fehmarnbelt Tunnel the world's largest road and rail tunnel. To make things interesting, this project will shorten the travel time between Lolland and the German island by a massive 45 minutes by ferry, 10 minutes by car, and 7 minutes by train. And if that wasn't impressive, then you will be glad to know that the train is electric and it can go up to 200 km/h, which is just insane. Initially, this project was proposed to cost around $5.5 billion, but by 2010, due to inflation and other factors, the project reached a price of $7.4 billion. Once completed, This tunnel will collect a toll from the crossing to compensate the cost to Denmark, and Germany will pay an extra $800 million to connect the crossing to its motorway network, making it the largest link in Europe. But since we know details about the project, let's discover more about this tunnel solution, its cost, and all the technical details that make up this awesome link between two continents. In January 2011, the tunnel idea received huge support from the Danish Parliament. The completion date for this project was first delayed to 2021, then 2024, and now it's 2029 due to the complexity of the rail system. Finally, in 2015, the bill for this mega rail project was introduced to the Danish Parliament, and the Danish government submitted an application for 1.7 billion in EU grants, which were supported by Germany and Sweden. But in June 2015, $589 million of EU funding was given by the European Commission. This was under the CEF scheme that allowed the tunnel project to be initiated. And from there, the construction of the new Fehmarnbelt Tunnel started. Moving forward to June 17, 2024, the construction of the world's longest underwater road and rail tunnel started. Once the project is completed, this will be an 11.1-mile Fehmarnbelt fixed link that will connect Germany and Denmark, improving connectivity between the two nations and cutting down the travel time massively. This tunnel is not like the popular Channel Tunnel that links England to France. That's because the Fehmarnbelt Tunnel incorporates both rail and road connections, making it accessible to a wide range of people. Now, to the construction aspects, this tunnel will be built in a pre-built section using the popular tunnel boring machine method. Each section of this tunnel is under construction in Rodbyhavn on Lolland. There are 89 prefab segments that are 217 meters long, 42 meters wide, and 9 meters tall. Each of these segments weighs a whopping 73,000 metric tons. To make things interesting, they will be placed in specially dug trenches with the deepest point 40 meters below sea level for the safety and rigidity of the structure. And adding an extra layer on top of all the news, this project has a lot of environmental benefits that would make it a unique pick for the world. Faster passage of the belt will reduce air travel time, and cargo on electric trains will massively decrease all the gases left by the ships. Many have seen huge benefits of the Fehmarnbelt Tunnel, but let's discuss this further. After its completion, the immersed tunnel will not become an obstacle to vessel traffic in the Fehmarnbelt region, unlike the bridge would have been. Moreover, during its construction phase, the developers are going the extra mile to ensure safety is the highest priority. To make things interesting, this tunnel will be just as safe to use as the routes on land. For example, it will include an emergency lane and exist along the entire length, ensuring that the passenger's safety is the first priority. But by far, the support is probably the biggest benefit passengers of this tunnel would have. This tunnel, once completed, will be monitored round the clock from the LLC and from the rail traffic control in Copenhagen, TCC. Currently, the project is set to be completed in 2029, with the construction already on the rise. Its construction began in 2020 on the Danish side and in 2021 on the German side. Once completed, it will also act as a safe link between the two countries, as it has been designed to minimize accidents and other issues like these. However, despite its benefits, a large sum of people are opposed to the concept. Here's why. Amongst people who oppose this idea include ferry companies, environmental groups, and local municipalities. However, a federal court in Germany dismissed all of these complaints. They received many complaints like unfair competition to concerns over noise pollution and environmental damage. Right now, the best way to travel between the two countries is a 45-minute ferry ride, which millions of people use each. But with this tunnel, the same route is expected to be minimized to 7 minutes, thanks to the high-speed electric train. But one of the biggest benefits of this route is that it also reduces the travel time between the major cities of Copenhagen and Hamburg to around 2.5 hours, instead of the 4.5 hours that it takes currently. So, is all the noise against this $7.5 billion tunnel just a way to defame the traveling evolution? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon for more.